All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Fullbuddycast presents Garage Night, brought to you by Fullbuddycast, actually. And we've got the supporters of Well, I'll have to pitch this to Craig. I don't know how much he's listened to. He's been on hiatus for a little bit. Sorry that we haven't had a bunch of garage nights lately. But anyway, it's with Cole Street Brewery, 1627 Cole Street, Enumclaw, Washington. We also have got Mazatlan and Bordeaux Wine Bar. $2 off your flights or first drink if you take yourself in at Bordeaux Wine Bar. Also tonight, what is that? May 27th is Full Buddy Friday. Every so often we have Full Buddy Fridays. Full Buddy Friday means that we go support the local sponsors, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to meet at 6:30 p.m., show up, open invite. You don't have to have a hoodie. Just let me know if you want one. Let me know if you want one, and I can sell one to you. But you get 15% off your drinks as well at Cole Street Brewery. Take yourself if you don't have a hoodie. But anyway, back to that. We're Full Buddy Friday. Eat 6:30 p.m. We meet in the bar section at Mazatlan. We'll eat. You can meet Andy, and then we will then go down to Cole Street in Enumclaw, Washington, and go drink at Cole Street Brewery and Bordeaux Wine Bar. All right. We've got the Garage Night brothers. We got Craig Bentley on the mic.
Just glad to be here. Today's a great day. What do you think, Corey?
Oh, hey, I'm just talking to Travis's wife, Jamie, outside the whole time. We've been out there for like 45 minutes talking, so then Travis got fed up, and he just decided just to start recording. I'll be with you guys soon, though.
Thanks, Core. Literally has been outside forever. I hopefully I'm not picking up anything that's... Hey, look who decided to start... Hey, you and Jamie should start a podcast. Is something happening here? We've already started recording.
We said how awesome my intro was, and you loved it.
Introduction, it was horrible.
Yeah. We got Corey Bentley on the mic.
Hello there.
So
how is everybody?
Good. We got a lot to talk about. I've already invited everyone to Full Buddy Friday. And then also, listen, we're busy men. We're in a pandemic. We've got softball and fast pitch. We've got work. We've got vacations. We're not going to hit every Friday, but we're going to try. Gosh darn it. We are going to try to hit every Friday morning for your listening ears, Spotify, iHeartRadio. And what is Garage Night? It's just us three guys just danking around talking what you would talk about in your garage, having some drinks, which Craig poured me. What is this, Craig?
It is a Elysian Contact Hazy IPA.
Was this another beer review moment?
Well, yeah. I got the wrong beer, so I figured I'd bring it and share it.
That's nice.
Very nice.
Yes.
He tried to get the dank dust.
Yeah.
The dank bank.
But you just forgot what it was called?
No, I just couldn't. It wasn't where I was getting beer at.
I really want to talk about a few things, but I really got to, you guys don't know this. It was announced on an episode several weeks ago that Craig is a golfer now. How was the golf trip?
Golf trip was amazing.
Was it better than the first? Did it live up? Sometimes the sequel isn't as good as the original.
I think it was just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I thought it was amazing. It was very enjoyable, very peaceful, a little windy for my taste.
Some lakes should be changed their name to Wind Lakes.
Yeah, it was very...
One day.
It was much wind.
Horrible.
But last year was like, I don't remember any wind really last year.
One day, pretty much, we almost did 27 every day.
Wow.
And the last 18 on the Wednesday we were there was
bad.
Pretty much just hitting everything into the wind.
Really?
At like 25 mile an hour winds.
I hit one that it flew 50 yards back at me. So I hit it too high. And they were just sitting in front of me, and I was like, and we were playing orange ball that hole. So I had to play that hole as my ball the entire time.
No.
So I was super pissed about it.
Everyone was mad.
Basically, I was like, well, this is a stupid game when I have to chase my own ball.
How hard did the person laugh when you're like, yeah, we want to do another 18 on this windy day?
Oh, no. It was that we went in there and told the guy we were doing another 9.
Yeah.
And he just looked at us and Okay.
Okay. Here you go.
Nobody else is out there.
Do you guys do a mini putt-putt? I think I've asked this before, but do you guys do the mini putt-putt competition too?
We did the last night we were there.
Yeah, I did not defend my title.
I was going to say, did you win? Did you win a little money on that last year?
I won. I was the defending champion, and I lost.
Did you lose money this year, or did you win any money, or break even?
I actually this year is the first year I got what I get. I got a long drive and a KP during the week.
Wow!
I didn't get anything last year, so I won some money there. I still lost money overall. I'm not going to say like I won a lot.
You got a long drive with those golfers?
Yeah,
You beat them?
It's got to also be in the fairway.
it's got to be in the fairway. Too.
Oh, still, it's pretty impressive. You got some legit
drive.
golfers.
I can drive. I just can't do anything else.
And-
Really?
And I don't hit the ball far either. And I got 2 long drives and 2 KPs on the week also.
Okay, now these are just lies.
I'm serious.
Was this a thing where it's like, okay, whoever can make Travis believe that they were the better player the most gets $5?
Well, you could talk to Jaron Jokela.
Okay.
We can bring him
who
up.
had the most.
Yeah, and
Oh.
he would tell you that we actually did what we said we did.
Okay.
Jaron had the longest drive of the week.
Yeah,
He did.
Yeah.
it rolls a lot some legs too, if you remember right. It's not.
It
even
does.
clock.
It does.
It's-
It does.
Don't take this away from me. I'm just driving the ball so long.
Well, that's good.
Into the wind.
That's good. So you guys played now. A few questions, a few follow-up questions. Corey, did you have to wear anybody else's pants?
No, I packed appropriately. I even had my own rain pants this time.
Oh wow!
We did have a very nice dress-up day. I don't know if anybody shared the picture, if Seth did or anybody did
I don't
yet.
think I.
We all
Hopefully Seth is listening and he'll share that.
Craig can
I
share.
have it.
Somebody can
Okay.
share it. We'd had one day where you had to dress up. There was some awesome outfits. I don't know if we can share the picture though. We might have to block out.
We could do a question mark.
Yeah,
Question mark
Put a
On
question
Mystery Man.
for reals this time.
So that was fun that one day. But I was appropriately and I used the blanket right away. I knew where it was this time. I did.
Oh, nice! You went straight for it
did
at the
not-
hotel,
yep,
or not the hotel, but the cabin.
Yep. Did not shiver all night one.
That's great, man.
Yep.
You've learned a lot. You've
did.
grown. You've grown
I
since
did.
last year.
Yeah. Sun Lakes didn't get me this time.
And I'll tell you this: I ate more meat in that week I was there than I probably had in the last year.
Seth was a machine.
Mr. Seth Loop
Really?
Yeah.
made amazing dinners.
We call them the meat department.
Yeah,
he
it
pretty
was.
much was.
It was like you had it on your plate, you finished it, and all of a sudden there was another piece of meat there, and
He was just standing up, forcing people to eat meat.
Can I go to this?
he's like, are you done with those ribs? Here's more. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Guess
okay.
I'm gonna keep eating.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, shout out to Seth for keeping you guys full. Is it typically how many of these people are also in your fantasy football league?
Let's see. Out of the 8 that went,
5, I think.
Do you guys start
4 or
talking?
5, yeah.
I think
Do you guys
5.
start talking fantasy at this point? I mean, it's May. I know the weather's weird, but are you guys kind of like making trades or talking about
we didn't
trades?
make any
Not
trades.
really.
We talked a little bit off and on. Jared made a couple jokes about Jonathan Taylor to me, and I told him I have to wait to see if he's on the cover of Madden before I make any decisions.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So
Smart move.
So there's no trades going down until I figure that out.
Yeah, great call. Great call on that. What else? I had another question for you based upon the last trip. So you had money. Oh, did Corey or did Craig say, "Hey, Corey, don't worry, just jump in. We'll get the coffee on the way." And then
He didn't stop anywhere again.
I told him the night before, we are not stopping on the way back.
And we woke up earlier
oh
to
wow.
leave.
And were you mad?
So, nah,
Annoyed?
I was ready for it this time.
Did you like buy like a Starbucks like
I
glass?
brought my sparkling ice caffeine drinks.
Oh, so you were
I
ready to roll.
I bought 2 cases of them for the week,
just in case you guys.
just so I could down it, just in case. And then this is in my mindset too. As we're going, I'm like, I'm gonna wait until about the halfway point of the trip to drink it because he's not gonna stop to
Not
let me.
for peeing.
He's not gonna stop to let me pee either.
Yeah.
So I have to.
Smart.
I have to strategically drink this.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Hey, we made good time coming back.
We did make good time going back.
And did that so everyone was in a better mood. Craig was just flying by, making time, and Corey wasn't in pain or angry or even.
Yeah, I pre-planned
Annoyed.
well enough. Yeah.
That's good. Plenty of sleep, plenty of rest, plenty of meat, plenty of golf.
Yeah, I was like most of the week was a meat coma, so
Give me your guys' best memorable shot that you could remember that you're like, wow.
I was a foot and a half away from a hole in one. Yeah, you weren't with me that
I
day.
wasn't
You guys
there.
saw it. You saw me come up and put that birdie in.
Yeah, it was
Did
that
you
was
miss the putt?
No.
the hole that he hit that on is the hole I got a KP on another day. That's the very first time that
Is it the
I've
is it
got
the
a
par
KP.
3 that's coming downhill, or is
on
it?
it's on the
Yeah,
It's
no,
6,
it's like
right? I think it's 6.
7. Yeah, 6. It's
Okay.
it's a
short,
straight par
yeah.
3
Right.
flat.
I think it's
The green is horrible
I think
depending on
I-
where you end up. Because like my shot was basically on the far right of the green, sitting there and kind of trickled almost into the hole. That's how. It's not a flat green.
Oh, so you're playing the hill.
Yeah.
Very smart of you.
Of course.
Just
Because I'm a golfer.
Because you're a
now.
golfer now.
yeah. I'm a golfer. I did it on
Dialing it
purpose. Did you hit an 8 iron?
I think it was an 8
Yeah,
iron. I
it was
hit.
an 8 iron.
Is that was yours?
Yeah, I hit an 8 iron.
That's pretty similar.
But I am not a golfer, just so that's out there. Chasing your own ball is stupid.
Well, okay. Now I got to ask, is on a personal note. I feel like that group of guys, we have some very strong supporters of Fullbuddycast.
Yes.
Strong supporters.
Yes. You will
Um,
still not be invited on the trip.
Are there others?
I
Are
don't know if
there
that's what he was asking.
now the others? I don't think that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they hate FBC. Are there eye rolls when the hoodies come out? Are there eye rolls when the
I will
t-shirts
tell you
come out?
this because I wore both my hoodie and my Brouhaha shirt
Yeah.
and my Full Buddy shirt.
Yeah,
Seth Loop was wearing his quite a bit.
yeah.
I don't remember if Jared did or not, but there was some conversation about the podcast.
Like, what are you guys doing? That
No, just more of like, I don't know, because a lot of them listen, or a couple of them listen, hit and miss.
yeah. You got Skelly. He throws the scary Skellies.
Well, I think he's pretty much, I think he listens to most of them.
That's great.
Seth
Shout
listens
out.
to most of them.
Shout out.
I think Jaron listens to some.
Shout out.
Because he knew some, he talked about some of the stuff we talked about on here.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. Super shout out then.
So
Others do not
yeah, others.
listen to them in any way, shape, or form, or enjoy when we have conversations about it.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
That's what I needed. That's okay. I know. I don't know if we're going to announce it or not, but I know that there's. We've talked about this in fantasy football land before. That if someone's in last place, the first place person gets to choose what the last place person's name is and all that.
And that hasn't been
He
chosen
hasn't.
yet.
He hasn't made it official.
Has that one that I saw been pitched?
Yes, I pitched it, but
Yeah.
he has not chosen that.
Oh, so they actually. So there's a few that they can choose from.
He can
No,
choose
no.
whatever he wants. It's his choice.
The person that wins can do whatever they
yeah,
want.
I just pitched it
Oh.
because
It's just he hasn't.
he was having a
Okay.
he was asking for like input, so I pitched that to him.
And the last place person
that has no choice.
has no choice. Okay.
They get named whatever that person says.
Okay. And was there conversation about that being the name? And was there?
No, he didn't
No.
find out about that. No,
Not yet.
No.
We're still waiting on that.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll let us know.
I will. I'll update it.
Okay. All right. So
I will throw one more thing out for this trip though.
yes, please.
The very last podcast that somebody was not on, that me and you did,
Yes.
we had a lot of research questions
Uh-oh.
about women's trips and what they talk about.
Yeah.
I will tell you this right now. We talked about a ton of stuff, and bitching about our wives was not really any of it.
There we go. We don't complain about our wives. Do
You did research. You wanted me to tell you. We
Oh,
did.
thank
I did
you.
research.
Did you brag? Was there bragging?
There wasn't a lot of that either.
So we just don't talk about the wives.
There was a few about like length of marriages.
Well, yeah,
and
just
stuff like
talked
that.
about that.
Right.
So
But
that's
not like-
kind of bragging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
in a
guess
way.
it would be
Sure.
kind of bragging.
I brag. I like to brag because I like to come back and say, "Guess what I said?" Because I said this about you, how cool you are, and this and this and this. And she's like, "All right, you're cool."
Sure, you did.
Yeah. Oh man, I gotta.
There was probably more talk about bragging about kids than there would be a wife.
Did you bring up the Grand Slam?
A lot of them already seen it.
Did you still bring it up though, even though they saw it?
It got brought up.
Yeah,
I don't
it
think
got
you brought
brought
it
up.
up though.
Did you guys play any poker?
We did.
Yes.
Who was the big winner and who was the big loser? If you could say their names.
we-
Mystery Man, big winner, very first night.
Yeah.
Big loser, Jared Skelly.
And what's funny,
Newbie.
It was a long night, but a lot of that was on one hand.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys play? Wait, was it guts or was it like all over?
It was open. We played guts,
Yeah.
5-card dog, between the
guts
sheets.
is insane, man.
Not as insane as Between the Sheets.
Between the sheets gets up there.
Let's just say it's a couple $100
Yeah.
on one hand.
Oh. Jared, hopefully your wife wasn't listening to this part of the episode when she walked in and heard.
That's true. I will tell you this: what Jared learned, because this was his first year coming with us.
Mm-hmm.
You're there on a Monday night. You're going to be there till Friday.
Yeah.
You got to pace yourself that first night.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm afraid of my upcoming golf trip with one of our friends, your former boss. I'm nervous about that. He hit me up. He's like, "Hey, TPC champions, we got it on Saturday." And I quickly Googled to see what the price was going to be. And he's like, "This is going to be the most expensive one." And I'm like, "Sweet, this is going to set the bar." And it was like, it's like $105. Ain't too bad. So, like, okay, I was just picturing $300 around, and so I'm thrilled that that's just 100 and something. So, and the rounds at Sun Lakes, it's got to be like what, $20 a round?
It's $10 for golf and another $15 for the cart.
Yeah.
And the
If you're
cart's
staying-
all day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because if you're staying in the
Everything's all
cabin
day.
too, that helps out. We're staying there.
Yeah.
So then the car. So yeah, we went when we would go decide to play another 9. Like I'd say almost every time, at least 6 of us out of the 8 played another 9 every day. So it was like $24 for 6 people to go play another round of 9.
I would straight up go up and ask those guys. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna rent this golf cart for the whole trip. Like, it's gonna go back to the cabin with me. I would be buzzing that thing everywhere.
I would say yes, except then it would probably be an issue, and one of us would end up being stupid because you got 4 golf carts sitting at the cabins.
Yeah.
Man,
We did enough outside the cabin anyway without having a golf cart involved.
I got an itchy nose hair. It's killing me.
I just thought you were picking your nose.
Yeah,
Do you have those?
I
Throwing
figured
on the
that, too.
floor.
You guys ever get like the itchy nose hairs? Oh man, I just gotta get
Itch
this
nose.
one. It's driving me nuts.
We also learned that they have a bracelet you can buy, like Wild Waves or something, and if you get the bracelet, you get unlimited putt and boating
Oh, dude, like for the whole weekend or
Yeah.
just that day?
for the whole day, for the whole week you're there.
Got it. So
You
happy.
pay per cabin.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How much was it? Like,
it was like $35 a cabin.
dude, that's what I gotta do. I just gotta take my kids and just do that.
But we didn't find out till the last day.
Oh, and you're like, we get a
But
refund.
it was still cheaper than paying for putt to do that.
Jared's just like, I could have bought 10 of those.
Well, I want to give a quick shout out to Jared because here's the funniest thing of the entire trip. I think Jared was doing a super nice thing. So he didn't know. We didn't know this until day 2,
Yeah.
right? So Jared, we playing poker on Monday night, and Jared lost a little bit of money. Right? It is what it is. We get to Tuesday morning. We get to golf. And
We
well,
come in after
we always
9.
get there early before they even open. So we just take carts and we go. So we usually pay at the turn or after 9. We go in to pay. Jared had already prepaid the day before for everybody. So I'll give a shout out to Jared because that was awesome
It was
for him
very
to do
nice.
that.
And we were the first group. He was the second one, so we went in to pay.
Yeah.
And the lady's like, "Oh no, it's covered." And she told us, and we're like, "Oh, he didn't have a good night last night." And she just started cracking up laughing. It was very nice.
That's very sweet of him. I was looking to see if he sent us any scary skellies, and I don't think he has. He hit me up a few like a week or 2 ago, where he was like, because we usually will record, and he'll be like, "Hey, did you hey, you around? I have about a 30-minute wait. I want to head over to Carrie's." Oh, dang it. Sorry, that was somebody else. That was definitely not Jared Skelly. Let's see. It's been a while. May 12th. Questions today or next week? I said next week.
Oh, we can shout out the one that actually did win putt this year,
Which was?
which was Jaron, the new putt champion.
I think
for
feel,
a year.
I feel like there's who won the overall thing?
I think
The most marks. Because that's how, when we do this, all of our games are obviously some form of best
played
ball
Vegas
or
Scramble.
We
We
played a whole bunch
Florida
of different
Scramble.
games, but so overall, it's your marks is if you want to say who won the most money. So the most marks Jaron at one.
Oh.
So then I think there's a Full Buddy bump going here. So I feel like the people that really love Full Buddy, they
Are
did
the ones
well.
that did well.
They did.
They did really well, and the people that are kind of like, yeah, they played all right, but the FBC, you know me. I noticed you guys are wearing your Eagles shirt, which I'm happy to see. It looks brand new.
What are you talking about? This thing's pretty old.
Looks good. And then your Colts, which doesn't look brand new, but it looks good. And I noticed they sell it in Belichick. What? Your shirt is in Belichick. It's where you have a hood and your sleeves are pretty.
I knew what you meant.
are
I just
cut.
don't like his name in the same sentence with the Colts.
All right, so let me tell you can I tell you guys my Mariners trip that I just had? The one with Craig, the one where
Let's hear it.
Your cool bus ride?
yes.
Yep.
So Thomas Savageau, he's a Patreon. Shout out to him and Desi B, who's now also a Patreon again. Shout out to DB. She was for his company. She works for him, and she was putting together this trip to the Mariners game, and there's a party bus, and it's gonna be in a suite. So anyway, she hit Jamie up because that was gonna be Jamie's +1, or that was gonna be Desi's +1. Was Jamie. I don't know if people don't see my posts about the Mariners constantly and notice that I am a #1 top fan, but I think Thomas did. Tom saw that, and so I was his +1, thankfully, or else heads were going to roll. But we get there. It's like 10:45. By the way, I back up that earlier that morning. I wake up at 6:30 to get my kids up. Matt and Megan both got their driver's license. They both passed that, so I had to take them to Puyallup to get their actual license. So I go there 8:30, rush home, stop off, actually buy a Mariners shirt because I, as a top fan, don't have one, and then go to the party bus. See some friends there. Tyson Hiffman from high school, he was there. Got to just kind of mingle, and then party busted. I'm crushing Bodies, just like probably about 2 or 3 Bodies on the way there. Feeling good, free drinks, loving life. I had a water. Okay,
Well, you got to hydrate. That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get there, get into the suite. Amazing, absolutely amazing. And they were just bringing out food like every inning. Oh, here's the pretzel bites. Oh, here's the hamburgers and hot dogs. Here's the corn dog bites. Here's the nachos with the cheese. Here's the popcorn. Here's the peanuts. Here's potato salad. Here's a regular salad. Here's crab sandwiches. They had hot chicken wings. It was not. I was eating.
Did you say no to any of that?
And then I said no to none of it. I ate it all. It was so delicious. They had they had space dust, unlimited space dust. I got about 2 big old cans in, and the next thing I know, probably like 7th inning, I'm like, my eyes are getting pretty heavy at this point. I'm full. I just decided I got to take a quick nap, and so I take a quick nap. I'm so full. I get on that bus to go home, and I'm just hurting. I lay down for I'm not joking, 20 seconds. Then I sit back up. I'm like, I can't lay down on this party bus with 21 people around here. I can't.
Look at that guy sleeping over there.
I literally looked like I did. I looked like a guy on a park bench just napping away. Lo and behold, while I'm laying there for not 10 seconds, I said 20, not even 10 seconds, Tom takes a picture of me, and I didn't know that. And then next thing I know, Desi's posting a picture of me with the "oh no, we suck again."
Is 20 seconds your time or like real time?
Great point. Great point. I could have dozed off for a while.
He's been here for a half hour.
It's been 20 seconds.
We're almost home now.
Yeah.
But on that party bus on the way there, I was like, I got to do it. I got to reenact the Craig Bentley Vegas party bus.
Do you think it was even close, though?
It wasn't. First off, it wasn't night. Secondly, hat wasn't on backwards. Thirdly, it wasn't 45 seconds of me just nodding my head with like very choppy video.
So what you're saying is not enough
It
party.
It wasn't enough party, dude. Craig in that video, and I'm so glad he posted it. Looked like the most intense. Like I'm having a good time. It almost brought back memories of when like viral videos went out. I don't know if you remember this one. This was probably like 2004. But when that like Viking was shirtless and just like dancing to electronic music, and people were following him, and he was just but it was like an actual like in Germany like rave, and he's just walking and they're following him. That's Craig. If someone could gift that and put his face on it, I'm trying to figure that out. That's Craig. Just in the moment.
Just making you jealous.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing.
He was feeling it, feeling the flow.
Nothing. But that was fun. It was a fun time. It was nice to be there. I got Mazatlan as a sponsor for my softball team. I had to go in your guys' footsteps.
You get shirts because I have shirts to say Muslim.
Yeah, we got shirts, but it took Andy a little too long to get us that PDF file.
Softball team, like a mixed softball team.
Jamie's co-ed. Yeah. You want to be on it?
No.
Okay.
I'm on no softball teams this year. Taking a sabbatical.
You know what I would do? That's actually a good idea. You just wanted to get drafted mid-season. You want someone to go out, and then you're like, they really want you to play.
I made a comment that if they were short people, I could show up here and there.
Yeah.
But I probably would still tear my hamstring or something just by doing that.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. If I had a designated runner and I was DH,
You still wouldn't play.
Yeah. Do you know what the
If somebody could hit for me and run for me, I would pretend I'm that person.
the worst
That is what
thing,
Trav would do.
You would like it, but the worst thing an ump said to me is, I think it's one of the times it might have torn my quad because I could still run a little bit, and I was hitting, and he's like, "Hey, don't worry, you can have somebody run for you, and they can start right next to you right here." And I go, if I do that, I will never hear the end of it from the rest of them. I will limp my way and drag my leg to that base before I do that. He's like, "Oh, all right."
yeah, no, that's exactly how I feel.
So when you go up to the plate, all you need to do then is just draw a line on the other side of the plate and then call somebody over and tell them to stand there.
Really?
And be like, "That's my runner."
I want to be, I should be considered, and this is sexist for co-ed, but you have to go guy, girl. I would even feel, I feel like that's like an automatic out. Not girl, but me. Like I should be in between the power.
You're trying to
power hitters. That's what they say. Guy, girl.
Oh, you're saying you want to identify that way so you can be between the guys.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And I hope that doesn't sound weird
Well,
to anyone out there.
I understand what you're saying now.
I just don't. I'd feel like that they would go, okay, well, power hitter, base hit, power hitter, base hit, and then it'd be me up, automatic out, base hit.
We might be in a place in society that if you say that, they won't push back on you.
I might have to
be
do
like,
that.
I'm identifying as this right now.
But see, I feel like the big political push right now would be that it's because you can't make it in the like a man transitions to, they have that narrative out there. I would be doing it so the pressure would be off.
It would be on your page instantly. Like, did you hear that Travis identifies a certain way?
Yeah,
now?
and I would be like, it's just because of softball, and I'm really terrible at it, and like I don't want any pressure. Not saying girls are terrible at it.
See,
My wife would crush me in softball.
I kind of think that if you did that one time, that you would start identifying in different ways
all the time.
Every time you're terrible at something.
I actually identify as a third base coach. No, wait, they have to round the person. I identify as a first base coach.
Have you actually, in a game, this might be a weird question.
Yeah.
Have you actually watched the base coaches at the major league level?
Yes, and here's one. Well, yes, I have.
Because they get into it.
They are super into it.
Yeah. So, I mean, to be a base coach, you would have to get into it and know what you're doing.
This is one of those weird things that I can't tell if it was on purpose or not, but it got the point across. My mom used to work at it was called the Box Makers in Kent. I actually worked there too, but the owners had season tickets on the third baseline right for you could lean over and touch dirt. I may have told this story before, but I'll tell it again. Where Edgar Martinez, he bats right, and he would he would actually be one of the few that would actually really look at the third base coach. I've noticed a few others will kind of like glance over there and see if they even get, but he would be intently looking. I don't know what eye he used, but he would be intently looking at that third base coach, and if you could see him, I was the direct line right behind the third base coach. So me and my brother, when we would get these tickets, would just make like wave and just do just stupid,
Send signals in.
yeah, the dumbest thing. I am not joking that I think by like the 6th or 7th inning, he was tired of it or tired of people doing that. He lined one directly at us. And I'm not talking like it was just like a bloop. It was full on like screaming at my face. And I looked up because I wasn't really paying that much close attention at that moment. I looked up and someone miraculously had a mitt and just bam, caught it right in front of me that was in the stands. Just boom. And I would have a broken face if he
Probably your fault. You probably sent that signal in. He just was like, yep.
Hard foul ball.
Yep.
directly at me.
Gotcha. Come and run him.
I think I never did it again. I just sat there and minded my P's.
I bet you he
Q's.
never hit a hard foul ball ever again in his career then.
Ever.
Because nobody sent that signal in again.
No. and if it was, he was looking at the wrong eye. But yeah, no, that was a fun time. Mariners suck. I hate them so much. I hate them. I really do. Who's your guys' baseball team? You guys have different football teams. I'm sure we talked about this, but
I don't have a actual per se team. I mean, I like baseball. I mean, I'll root for the Mariners because they're a home team.
right.
I'm not huge into the Mariners. Like
Right.
I listen to the games. I'll watch the games if it's on. I don't know. In the National League, I kind of watch the Phillies only because I am in so much Philadelphia sports stuff in general because of the Eagles that I kind of get caught up with the Philly stuff too.
Right.
So just because of the Eagles, I do kind of watch or know what's going on with the Phillies a lot. Like when they came and destroyed the Mariners. That was kind of cool.
I blocked that one out of my memory. But you?
Baseball's like basketball to me still right now for some reason. It's playoff time. I watch it.
That's it.
Other than that,
agree.
I don't.
I'm into the Mariners, though. I don't watch anything else with the Mariners. I don't even care about anything else. I pretend. I'm just a big faker over here.
Top fan.
Top fan checking in. It was just all for an algorithm. I told that story to my brother. I don't know if you guys heard that one. Did I tell you that one before?
I don't.
Adam
remember.
Post, your current
New
coworker. He, like, years ago when the top fan thing came out, he hit me up and he was like, "Oh, dude, I'm a top fan. Got my top fan badge." And I was like, that's just an algorithm, right? He's like, "No, they recognize me. I comment all the time. They see me and they see my comments and how I'm always commenting." And I'm like, "No, man, that's just an algorithm that Facebook's put together to enhance." He's like, Nope. I've been doing this for years. They finally recognize me. Okay, watch this. So all I did for 30, and I counted 35 days, every time they posted, it was me commenting, "Top fan checking in." That's all I said. Top fan checking in, top fan. And by the 35th day, it was, boom, I had my badge. So there, Adam.
You really got him.
Got him so friggin' good. And then I want to talk to you guys about this real quick. Curious what you guys think about this. Okay, so Sasha Lynn from Edison City Ale House. I don't know if you listened to that episode with my brother, but I'm going to say it again. She hit me up randomly, and she's like, "Hey, we want to offer 15% discounts on hoodies or for drinks for those that wear Fullbuddycast hoodies." And that was like a pretty interesting thing to receive. Very nice of her. And I thought to myself, like, how am I going to get Enumclaw people to drive all the way out to Tacoma and have some drinks, right? And then I started thinking about that a little bit harder and more, and I thought, what this is becoming is kind of a brand, but kind of a culture. Like it's just what's a buddy? It's a pal, it's a friend, and then like, well, what makes a buddy, a pal, and a friend? Well, it's inside jokes and laughing and telling secrets and listening and hanging out and watching sports or maybe doing some same active activity. Anyway, so then I'm like, well, what we could do instead is, what if we did this? What if we had factions? What if we had branches? Something like that, like almost like a motorcycle club,
Like the NWO and the NWO Wolfpack.
There we go. We do that too.
Like factions of Full Buddy or
Yeah.
outside?
Of like where basically we had the Tacoma, and here's the funny thing. KP hit me up. He texted me because I mentioned this on another episode. I said I don't know what to call it. You guys come up, and he goes, name it a limb, since it's a full buddy. You got your little guy there. Name it. We got the Tacoma limb over here. We got the Seattle limb. So basically, what would happen is if someone wanted to sponsor or be that local area's limb leader,
Give them cuts. Like vest cuts, like motorcycle.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, see, you get creative with it. But what I'm saying is basically
Tattoos.
what helps. Hey, these
Much better than calling it gangs.
we could do. I'm part of the rival limb.
Limbs start fighting each other.
But it basically would be like, hey, like let's take Sasha for instance at Edison City Ale House. I get her some hoodies. Somehow make sure she has some hoodies there where she can sell those hoodies. She makes a little money on it, and then she's got her own Full Buddy tribe out there that can go and wear their hoodies and come in, and she's inviting them to Facebook page. And basically, and then they're getting grafted in. They're getting involved, and then Tion. If you guys remember Tion from 2 T's on a Pod, or a few other episodes I've had with him, he's in Tacoma, and so he randomly called me out of nowhere, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to be on a podcast? One of my friends has a podcast, and they want to learn how to do a podcast. They want to ask you questions, but they want to interview you." And I said, "All right, sounds good." And I said, "Hey, weirdly enough, what are you doing?" And so he's like, well, he's telling me about his life. I'm like, would you want to just do like a podcast? We'll do it from the branch of Fullbuddycast, but you log in, you post your stuff, you have your own thing. And he used to, be a part of the Tacoma Comedy Club, and he used to do some other things. He's a funny guy. Interview like local comedians or local whatever, and do it down there at Edison City Ale House, and then it's alive, and then you can, and so it's building, because this is right now becoming too much just for me to do all of this. Like, I can't go drive to Tacoma. I can't go do lives over there. That's just too much for me. And I'm not saying I can do that. I just can't do it all the time. And I want to support, but so anyway, I'm kicking that around. So if you're looking to do something with that, and you're listening and you're interested in it, I already have some people that are interested in running the Facebook page a little bit more. Let me know.
Become a limb.
Become a limb.
This tree.
Of this tree. and hit me up and let's talk and let's figure that out and see what that looks like for you. Because the more conversation we have, there's no bad ideas. Now everyone's going to send me a bad idea, and I just opened myself up for that. But
not if you just say it's a good idea.
Now
just do whatever idea comes.
Or I say this: there's no good ideas. There's no good ideas.
Why did you have 700 podcasts? Because I said I do every idea that came in.
No, I'm not doing that. But just pitch it to me. Anyway, so
you started that out with a question to us. Was there a question involved?
Well, the
in
question to you guys is:
do you like it?
Do you agree with me?
What do you guys think about doing a garage night like Friday? You own the for the most part, you own Friday.
Oh, we own the whole entire week.
But I mean, like,
We own the night.
like you start inviting people to the Full Buddy Cast page, and then you own Fridays. Like you post a poll, you post a video, you post basically. You don't have to post like 12 things, but a couple things to get people to kind of go to it. But you just kind of are a part of that.
Well, so two things.
Craig's in charge.
Two things.
I'm busy on softball Fridays.
Well, I'm a busy person, but two things I was thinking about. Love the idea. And I would even go further to say, once you set up these limbs, Tacoma limb, whatever it may be, you start doing more of like this idea of this full buddy.
Yes.
Maybe it becomes a full buddy Saturday. You find somebody that doesn't either
Listen,
doesn't
we trash their house.
No, either doesn't drink or would like to be a DD that day. Get a bus, go down to, let's say, to Edison, where the Tacoma limb is going to be.
And
Edom
fight.
Claw limb shows up, hangs out.
Fight them.
Because obviously,
Yeah.
at the end of this, Edom Claw is always going to be the top limb.
Are the sweatshirts,
Right?
are the
So-
sweatshirts going to be different? Like the Tacoma limb
See,
has
that's-
different sweatshirts, and then if one Edom Claw sweatshirt walks in,
No, we can't do that.
you're like, oh, that's
That,
an Edom Claw
that can't
limb.
be. That can't be. You got to have the same stuff. You can't be having rival stuff.
I don't know. That's how
Hey,
cuts work.
I got news for you.
I mean,
if I'm in Tacoma,
if you want a bottom rocker that says Tacoma, you better earn it.
if I'm
saying.
if I'm in Tacoma wearing my full buddy, I don't want to be looking behind me because it's not the Tacoma branch of the full buddy.
Look at this guy, the wrong full buddy. What's he doing here?
Wrong side of town.
Hey, you're on the wrong side of the limb, buddy.
Go back to Edom Claw.
But I'm serious.
I think that would be a good idea, and I
Yeah,
think that people enjoy. I mean, if as far as helping her out, yeah. I mean, she is in Tacoma, but people enjoy doing stuff all over the place. So
Right.
if you're in Tacoma and want to have a beer, make sure you go there. If
Yeah.
you're not in Tacoma, then
But it's more content under your umbrella that you're
Yeah.
not having to produce.
That's the key thing there too. Like, yeah, I agree. Like a quarterly, like Saturday, we'll all meet up, all factions, all limbs, whatever you want to call it.
We'll play Ultimate Frisbee together.
We'll just go have fun.
Faction Frisbee.
But then
that's a good
I
name
know.
for a day.
It is.
But then those other times, it's
Double
gonna be somebody else running that. Like it's gonna be somebody in Tacoma running that. And I'll come out, the CEO will come out, kiss the ring, hang out. But
You'll kiss somebody else's ring.
yeah,
Is that
yeah.
That's
No, I'm
weird
like,
for the top
I'm like
dog
the
to be
full buddy
kissing
mob.
another.
I'm like the full buddy mob boss over here, and I'm like, hey, I hear pie.
You eat pie? Is that what you said?
I hear you guys been eating some pie over here.
You guys know where the pie is? That's why I came.
It better be our sponsor's pie. If I find out it's another pie, then you're gonna get creamed.
whoa?
The full buddy father
that
shows
that
up and
just ended
makes the room
it
go
all.
away.
You're gonna get a full buddy cream pie.
Stonied that one.
Oh,
Inside
gosh.
joke.
I could probably figure that one out.
Not that hard.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you can.
Yeah, you probably could. All right, let's do shout outs. Let's wrap this puppy up. Shout outs.
I'll give a shout out. I'm not sure how much he listens, but today, Mike Gowdy's 50th birthday. He's doing a little thing in town tonight also.
Really?
So
Happy birthday to Gowdy.
Yeah.
I know him as Gowdy.
Give him a shout out.
I will shout out Mariano Rivero, but I want you to say his real name.
Jackson Zeidhook
There you go, Jackson. I don't know. We talked to. He's back working again.
in E-Town.
Yep. And,
man.
He was listening. He was wanting to know how many different ways you can mispronounce his last name.
About as many ways as the shift shouldn't
Hey, actually,
be outlawed.
I want you to. I want you to have him come out.
I try to get him today, but we'll get him soon.
I got a Jaron Duran, numbered to 6 Inception Auto button card. Hopefully that one gets him a little excited to come take a look at it.
Cards don't seem to have him excited lately because all the players have been sucking and the grading system is stupid right now.
Well, he will be happy about that one. He will want to hold this one in his hands.
But now that you're listening and you didn't show up this time, that's on you.
Yeah, and he's still. Hey, your gift card from Sprint still going through, so that's pretty great.
Is that what it's on?
No, I don't know.
That'd be hilarious. It's just eventually going to run out.
My shout out is everyone that's been posting. You know, the funny thing is I mean, shout out to Desi for sure for posting, and my brother and others that jump on there. Alan Carruthers, he's from Houston. He's a guy that kind of came out of nowhere. He does breaks. Tell Brad Drummond that. But the funny thing is Gowdy. I've golfed with him through a few of my friends. His kid was the same age as my kid. I've seen him, right? I've seen the North Carolina shorts. I mean, he's kind of got that look. It's probably the same look that I have, where I wear a hoodie all the time with the Fullbuddycast. Like he's got that look, backwards cap. You know, got the glasses. Like, you know who he is. Always been super cool with me, but he also is kind of intimidating to me too, because I feel like he's like, I know I'm the king of Cole Street. Don't call me that. But I feel like he's like one of the originals. He's an OG.
So if he's the king, then
I'm still. I mean,
you're the
don't
prince.
call me that.
Oh, okay.
Because please don't call me that. But you know, he can't be it either.
He stepped down.
But anyway, he like commented out of the blue. I've never seen him like really like anything or anything. And he said something. I love your guys's like banter. And then like a day later, he asked to be my friend on Facebook. So shout out to Mike Gowdy.
Look at you. That's step one. Step two.
We talked
Patreon.
a little bit last week. I hung out with him last weekend week down at Cole Street. He was actually over at the Rainier, and then he came over to Cole Street.
Nice.
Hung out for a little bit.
Nice.
So,
what do you want to expound on the whole? Did you bring up Full Buddy at all, or no?
Well, we talked a little bit about the podcast. I mean, it wasn't a huge topic. We were talking about getting caught up because I hadn't seen him for a while.
Gotcha.
So there's a little bit
important
stuff.
Yeah,
life
there's other things out there to talk about.
Probably cornhole, then podcasts.
Yeah, true.
Priorities.
Cornhole, golf, because he probably also knows now that you're a golfer now.
I brought it up.
Yeah. Craig lets people know. That's like, you know when you go and shake somebody's hand and you say, hey, nice to meet you guys. Hey, I'm a golfer. That's how we introduce
But the now part, I'm a golfer now.
Well, I never say I'm a good golfer. I just say I'm a golfer.
He's wearing golf shoes all the time, so you know.
We need to make shirts that just say, I'm a golfer now. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great week. Take care.
Hello.
Bye-bye.